We will address concisely the F1, F2, and F3 errors commonly found in air conditioning systems. F1 is mostly related to issues with the outdoor ambient temperature sensor, primarily located on the grill or protection of the external condensing unit. It measures the temperature of the external air sucked in by the condenser fan. F2 is mostly associated with issues in the condenser outlet temperature sensor, used to approximate the refrigerant subcooling at that point. F3 is mostly related to issues with the temperature sensor, located on the compressor discharge pipe, situated in the thin pipe, where the compressor expels the refrigerant gas at high pressure and temperature. The control board of the external unit is responsible for supplying electrical power to these sensors, and receiving their signals to control the machine's operation. Regarding the resolution of these issues, regardless of the affected sensor, the recommended procedure is as follows. 1. Disconnect the equipment for several minutes, and turn it back on to check if the problem persists. 2. If the problem persists, focus the diagnosis on the external unit located outside the conditioned space. 3. Locate the sensor according to the error code, and visually inspect to ensure it is securely placed at the measurement point, and not loose. 4. Eliminate moisture on the sensor, and clean it with a dry cloth. 5. Additionally, check for possible false contacts of the sensor with the external electronic board, as well as the condition of the wiring. 6. If everything looks good visually, disconnect the sensor from the electronic board. Use a multimeter on the Killam scale to measure the electrical resistance of the sensor. 7. The measurement should never be 0 or infinite, otherwise, replace the sensor. If you don't have the manufacturer's resistance values, rub the sensor with your hands, and observe if the multimeter registers changes in the measured value. The value should decrease when rubbing the sensor; if not, replace the sensor. 8. If the measurements indicate that the sensor is electrically fine, focus the study on the sensor's power supply. 9. Connect the sensor, turn on the equipment using the multimeter on the direct current voltage scale, and measure if the electrical power of the sensor is correctly close to 2.5 V, otherwise, the damage could be in the external board.